So you want to know what was the most predictable thing that happened while on tour. I'll tell you what it was. This last run, predictably, the college students have already checked out. I mean, end of April, the students are already on summer vacation, especially when you're dealing with, a lot of times, the contacts, if they are not an employee of the school, they are students that have proven themselves to be responsible throughout their college careers, responsible enough to deal with events at the school. But those responsible students have proven themselves over years. Oftentimes, they are now seniors, and they are like 2 weeks from graduating and being like, I'm done with college forever. So what was happening is I'm trying to get a hold of the schools. I'm not going to give any specific ones out, but I'm trying to get a hold of some of these schools, and nobody's answering the phones. The phones that I get don't even have voicemails hooked up. I guess they go to offices. So I send emails and they bounce back to me being like, I'm out of the office, but here's some other emails. I emailed those people, and I'm showing up to schools without, like, not showing up to schools. Everybody luckily did contact me at least minutes before I arrived at their school. But some of them was like, day of, like I'm already in the town, and I'm like, I don't know where my hotel is, but I've got to stay somewhere. We had one school, and I won't name which one it was, but when I get to this location, I'm told to go to the library at this school. This just goes to show that somebody's checked out. So I've performed at this school many times, and I know where typically I perform, but something's going on, so we're in a building with a library. So I drive around campus. There's no building called library. I go to a front desk area, and there's a lady that's supposed to be like, helper person. I forgot, like information desk. And I say, I'm looking for the college library. And she's like, I don't think we have a library. My jaw must have, I had to scoop it up off the ground. Did you say you don't have a library at this college? What are you teaching kids? Maybe they're all using Kindles. I don't know. Nonetheless, she's like, but there is a place with books in it. Thank God there's a place with books in it at this college. And she gives the name. I'm not going to give the name of the building so that we aren't putting too much away. But it has a name that doesn't say library. It's got like a person's name. Okay, that's pretty common at colleges. So I find this building. Not a surprise that I didn't think that it was this one, because the front of this building has do not cross police tape across the windows. Granted, it doesn't go across the door, but the windows have these like yellow tape lines, and it's like, okay, well, this is where we're performing. So we go in, and at the school, beyond the do not cross lines is the room I'm supposed to be performing a show called Nerdology. It's a nerd trivia comedy show. It's actually one of my favorite shows to do. It's just, it kills every time. People love it. Everybody's laughing. There's trivia. There's usually prizes. And so we get in there, but there's no projector. Without the projector, that's where our presentation is. That has like videos, because you're like naming the movies that are in videos, or there's songs, and it has like a video with the numbers that go up, or there's just things on it's just important to have a projector. It's part of the show. Without the projector, I guess I could just ask questions. I could like describe movies and be like, what do you think the name of that movie was? Wouldn't have the same ring to it. There's no projector. And the lady's like, oh, I don't know who, like somebody was supposed to do this. I'm really mad. But good news is there's a projector upstairs. So we go to the third floor. Keep in mind, it's beyond a do not cross line in an elevator to a building that is dark. And we go up an elevator to the third floor. There's a conference room with a projector in it. It's just a classroom with the tables in a square. And so I'm thinking to myself, this is not looking too good for the show, because it's a very small room. We need at least 2 teams. Preferably, the trivia is pretty tough, so if it's like only 2 people, it's going to be hard trivia for 2 people and 2 teams to do. You need like 5 people per team. Anyhow, show is like 10 minutes from starting. We just barely get our tech ready in this room. There's 3 students there to see the show, because everybody's checked out. Nobody's sitting around for a trivia show. They're wanting to graduate college. They're done with the year. There's not classes left. It's not a required show. And it's beyond the do not cross lines, right? So they end up gathering some teachers, some other some teachers, some parents of students, and we get enough people to do the show. But on top of that, we had a hard out because there was supposed to be a band starting downstairs. So we finish our show, we rush through it, even though we had to start late, crossing our fingers for extra people. But as we packed up our stuff, we went downstairs and out to where we were originally supposed to be performing downstairs. Because I was like, man, if we only did our show downstairs, there would be more people. And as we were leaving, there were 0 students for the band that was playing live. It's crazy. So, I mean, it fluctuates. On this same run, I did a show for 500 people, which is way more than we're supposed to have for the trivia show. It was a huge crowd. And then for the one of the final ones, to only have 3 legitimate competitors, because students are allowed to win. Parents aren't even supposed to, because there's prizes on the line. Parents and teachers aren't supposed to win, so there's 3 competitors in that show. Crazy, huh? That's the road for you.